How's it going, everybody? John MacLennan here, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to play Rock Me Baby as recorded by B.B. King. Now, B.B. King plays this song in a number of different keys over the years, and we're going to be doing it in the key of G, which goes along with this video here you can check out on YouTube. This song is a blues shuffle in the key of G, and we're going to talk about playing over the 1, the 4, and the 5 chords, and we're going to check out how this lead line comes out of the chord shape. But before we get started, make sure to download my free book, Melodic Expressions. Alright, well with that said, let's dive into today's video. Let's break down this live version of Rock Me Baby by B.B. King. The song's in the key of G, and we're going to do something called taking a riff just through the changes. So we're going to start off playing it over what we call the 1 chord, then we'll go to the 4 chord, and we're also going to use a 5 chord as well. Here's what it sounds like. So we're playing first based off of a G7 chord, and BB starts by playing the 5th fret on the D string. Then he jumps up the octave. Now this is what we call the root note, and then he goes up the octave to the root on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So he skips quite a few strings there to get that octave jump, and then he comes back 1 note to the 6th fret on the 2nd string. Then he goes back to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. And you can hear and see in the video that a lot of times he bends that note just slightly. It's a blues bend. And then that last note can be played kind of staccato. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's starting on the and of 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're gonna do that 4 times. So that's gonna sound like this: 3 and 4 and 1. Then we're going to take this up to what we call the 4 chord. Now, before we do that, let me just show you that these notes come right out of a G7 chord. And the chord you can play goes like this: from the 4th string down, 5, 4, 6, 3. So that's going to be your G, like here's your G triad, this kind of Hendrix chord that I use all the time. But we're going to add our pinky, and again, I'm not playing the root on this one. I mean, I could, but I'm just going to keep it like this, triad, and then there's the 6th fret, which happens to make it, you know, a dominant 7th chord, a G7 chord. So it's also a chord that Hubert Sumlin would use in The Killing Floor by Howlin' Wolf. So it's a very common blues shape. And BB's just soloing by using notes of the chord. So here's the root, and then flat 7th. Then we're going to take this up and now bass it off of a C7 chord, which is 10, 9, 11, 8. So we'll take the same idea, 10 here on the 4th string to 8 on the 1st string. Then back to 11 on the 2nd string. And then 8. We'll do that 2 times and then back to the 1. 2 times. So those 4 bars together sound like this. 3 and 4 and 1. And if I combine that with the first 4 bars, you get this. 3 and 4 and 1. Let's look at the last 4 bars now. We're going to bring in the 5 chord, and this is going to be a D7, so it's the same shape as your C7. We're just going to bring it up 2 frets. Here we're going to play 12, then 10 on those same strings, 4 to 1, then 13 on the 2nd string, back to 10 on 1. And then move it down, back home. So the last 4 bars go. Now BB a lot of times will play like a 5 chord in that last bar. So instead of playing 2 Gs, you can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just play upbeats on a D7 chord. That's going to be 5 4 5 3. And you just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me play this all as one piece for you from the top. So just to review, 4 times here, 2 times here, 2 times here. 1 time here, 1 time here, then we'll play 1 time here and go to that D7 on upbeats in the last bar. Here we go. 3 and 4 and 1. Now going on underneath that is a bass line that's just playing 8th notes, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and swinging those 8th notes. So I play that into a looper pedal. Let's try that together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Have fun practicing Rock Me Baby by BB King. Be sure to check out that other video on YouTube. You can play this right along with it. I'll link it up down below. And don't forget to download your free book down below all about soloing. This is going to teach you how to play over major, minor, and dominant chords, something very useful for blues soloing. So check that out down below. As always, leave any song requests in the comments below. I'm always going to the YouTube comments for future video ideas. So get that in down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.